Hello, jewels of inestimable value. Not all those who wander are lost. Ever wondered why the smartest Sigma females prefer to operate in the shadows? It's not because they're shy or antisocial, quite the opposite, in fact. These women have discovered that staying out of the spotlight offers them a level of freedom and control that public figures can only dream of. So, what is it about the shadows that makes them such a powerful and alluring place for the most intelligent and independent women? Let's dive in and uncover the fascinating reasons behind this choice. Number 1. They don't like the uproar that comes with fame. Eschewing fame's limelight. The smartest Sigma females have zero interest in fame because they know it's like living in a fishbowl with everyone watching and waiting for you to slip up. They don't want to be hounded by paparazzi every time they step out for a coffee or have their personal life dissected by people who have nothing better to do. Fame brings a whole circus of superficiality, where every move is scrutinized and every word is analyzed. They'd rather skip the drama and focus on what truly matters to them. Plus, they have no patience for the fake smiles and shallow conversations that come with fame. They value authenticity, and the last thing they want is to waste time on people who are only interested in them because they're in the limelight. Fame is like a magnet for opportunists and fair-weather friends, and Sigma females prefer to keep their circles small and genuine. They don't want to deal with the constant pressure to look perfect or say the right thing. Sigma females would rather stay behind the scenes, making real impactful changes without the distraction of being a public figure. They're all about substance over style, and fame is just a headache they don't need. By staying out of the spotlight, they can focus on their goals and passions without the constant noise and nonsense that comes with being famous. For them, privacy is freedom, and they're not about to give that up for a fleeting moment of celebrity. Number 2, they want to be able to make big decisions without backlash, strategic decision-making without backlash. Queens, the smartest Sigma. Females operate in the shadows because they want to make big decisions without dealing with the backlash that inevitably follows. They know that the second you go public with something bold, everyone and their grandma has an opinion about it. By staying out of the limelight, they can avoid the endless debates, Twitter wars, and unsolicited advice from people who have no idea what they're talking about. They prefer to get things done quietly, making power moves without the drama. Think about it. If no one knows you're pulling the strings, they can't blame you when things go sideways. It's like being the wizard behind the curtain, but without the need to deal with a bunch of flying monkeys. They get to focus on what's important, getting results, without having to spend half their time managing public perception or placating critics. This also means they can pivot and adapt without everyone breathing down their necks. If a strategy isn't working, they can switch gears smoothly without the world watching and judging every step. It's all about efficiency and effectiveness for Sigma females. They're not interested in getting bogged down by the noise that comes with public scrutiny. They'd rather keep their heads down, get the job done, and let the results speak for themselves. Operating in the shadows lets them maintain control over their decisions and their image. They don't have to worry about every little mistake becoming a headline or a meme. Instead, they can take. Number 3. They have a very small circle of trust, selective trust circle. Sigma females keep a very small circle of trust because, frankly, people are exhausting and most aren't worth the trouble. They've mastered the art of sniffing out fake friends and drama queens, and they have no time for any of it. Keeping their circle tight means they only deal with people who truly get them and who aren't going to stab them in the back at the first opportunity. It's like having a VIP section in their life. Only the genuinely trustworthy get past the velvet rope. This small circle knows their quirks, strengths, and secrets, and they aren't about to spill the tea to anyone else. It's all about quality over quantity. They'd rather have a few solid friends who they can count on in a crisis than a horde of acquaintances who would disappear the moment things get tough. Plus, maintaining a small circle means less drama and fewer misunderstandings. There's no room for the gossip, jealousy, or petty conflicts that come with larger groups. It's just straightforward, no-nonsense relationships with people who respect each other's space and boundaries. This setup gives Sigma females the peace of mind they need to focus on their goals without getting bogged down by social nonsense. In a world full of unreliable people, having a small, trustworthy circle is like finding a unicorn. Sigma females treasure these relationships and invest in them deeply, knowing that this small but mighty crew has their back no matter what. It's the ultimate life hack for staying sane and successful without all the extra noise. Number 4. They cannot be blackmailed, incorruptible and unblackmailable. Sigma females can't be blackmailed because they live their lives in a way that leaves no room for it. They don't have skeletons in the closet because they don't put skeletons in there in the first place. They value transparency and honesty, and they don't do things they'd be ashamed of later. Their motto is pretty much, no secrets, no problems. Even if someone tried to dig up dirt, they'd come up empty-handed. Sigma females are masters at living authentically and avoiding the kind of messes that others might try to use against them. They don't engage in shady deals, they don't have secret scandals, and they certainly don't leave themselves vulnerable to manipulation. It's like trying to blackmail a saint. There's just nothing to work with. They also have a knack for confronting issues head-on. If there's something that could potentially be used against them, they own up to it before anyone else can. They don't give others the power to hold anything over their heads. It's all out in the open, and they're not afraid to tackle their mistakes or flaws directly. By living this way, Sigma females ensure they stay in control of their lives. They don't have to look over their shoulders or worry about someone popping up with some damaging revelation. It's a stress-free way to live, knowing that they've got nothing to hide, and no one can manipulate them with threats. They're the ultimate example of how living authentically can be the best defense against blackmail. Hello, Queens. If you're enjoying the video so far and finding these insights valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us bring more content like this to you. Number 5. Nobody can use them. Immunity to manipulation. Nobody can use Sigma females because they've seen all the tricks and aren't about to fall for any of them. They've got a built-in radar for spotting users and manipulators from a mile away. If someone tries to take advantage of them, they'll shut it down faster than you can say ulterior motive. They know their worth and aren't about to let anyone else dictate their value. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of social interactions, detecting hidden agendas with ease. When someone tries to butter them up for a favor, they can smell the insincerity from a mile away. Flattery might work on others, but Sigma females see right through it. They can't be sweet-talked, guilt-tripped, or manipulated into doing anything they don't want to do. It's not that they're cynical, they just value authenticity and aren't afraid to set boundaries. They've mastered the art of saying no without feeling guilty, which is a superpower in itself. People quickly learn that trying to use a Sigma female is a waste of time, and they either step up their game or move on. By keeping users at bay, they ensure that their energy and efforts are spent on things and people that truly matter. They avoid the exhaustion and frustration that come with being taken advantage of, allowing them to focus on their own goals and passions. This no-nonsense approach not only protects their peace but also sets a standard for how they expect to be treated. It's a win-win. They stay in control of their lives, and others learn that respect is non-negotiable. Number 6. They give a voice to the voiceless, amplifying the voiceless. Milady's Sigma. Females give a voice to the voiceless because they know how to wield their power without hogging the spotlight. They're not interested in being the face of a movement. They're more concerned with making real change happen. They see the people who are overlooked and underestimated, and they're ready to step in and amplify those voices. It's like they have a built-in radar for finding underdogs and giving them a megaphone. They don't need applause or recognition. They're driven by a genuine desire to make a difference. It's not about the credit, though, let's be honest, they could probably use a few more thank yous. It's about getting things done and making sure that the people who are usually ignored get their chance to shine. Sigma females know that real change happens behind the scenes, and they're more than happy to play that crucial role. With a bit of sass, they'll tell you straight up, "I'm not here for your approval. I'm here to get results." They'll work tirelessly to help others, knowing that the impact of their efforts will ripple out far beyond what any single headline or tweet could capture. They have the guts to tackle the tough issues and the grace to do it without needing to be front and center. For Sigma females, it's all about lifting others up while keeping their feet firmly on the ground. Number 7. They can be social chameleons, masterful social chameleons. Sigma females are the ultimate social chameleons. They can seamlessly blend into any crowd without losing their true selves. It's not about being fake, it's about adapting to their surroundings like a boss. They can chat with CEOs at a fancy gala one minute and hang out with artists at a grungy loft the next, all without missing a beat. This ability to fit in anywhere is like having a superpower. It lets them gather information, build connections, and influence situations without drawing unnecessary attention to themselves. They're like secret agents, slipping in and out of social circles without anyone realizing the full extent of their capabilities. Plus, it's fun for them. They enjoy the challenge of navigating different social dynamics and figuring out what makes people tick. It's like a game, and they're always winning. They can charm the socks off just about anyone, but they do it on their terms. No one ever suspects the quiet, adaptable Sigma female of being the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. Their adaptability also means they're never out of their depth. Whether they're at a high-stakes business meeting or a casual get-together, they know how to handle themselves with ease and confidence. This makes them incredibly effective at whatever they set out to do because they can always find a way to connect with people and make things happen. Number 8. Getting complimented holds more weight. They give good compliments. Getting complimented holds more weight for Sigma females because it's not something they seek out or expect. They're not fishing for praise or living for likes on social media. When someone actually takes the time to compliment them, it's a rare and genuine moment that hits differently. They're used to doing their own thing, head down and focused, so when a compliment comes their way, it's like finding a surprise gift. It's not just any old compliment that stands out, it's the ones that show real insight and appreciation for who they are and what they do. Sigma females can spot a superficial compliment a mile away. Nice shoes isn't going to cut it. But when someone notices their hard work, unique talents, or the effort they put into something meaningful, that's when it counts. They know the person giving the compliment is paying attention and truly understands them. It also helps that Sigma females don't need constant validation. They've got their own self-assured vibe going on, so when they do get a compliment, it's not just adding to a pile of daily affirmations, it's a standout moment. It's like having a rare gem dropped into their lap, appreciated and valued for its authenticity. So when a Sigma female gets a genuine compliment, it's like a badge of honor. It reminds them that their quiet, behind-the-scenes efforts are noticed and appreciated. It fuels their confidence and reinforces that they're on the right track, doing things their way. It's more than just words. It's a meaningful recognition that stays with them long after the moment has passed. Number 9. Guardians of authenticity. Sigma females are the guardians of authenticity, and operating in the shadows is their secret weapon. They aren't swayed by the latest trends or the need to fit into society's mold. They know who they are and what they stand for, and they don't feel the need to broadcast it to the world. This keeps them grounded and true to themselves in a way that's rare in our hyper-connected look-at-me culture. By staying out of the spotlight, they avoid the pressure to conform to other people's expectations. They don't have to worry about curating the perfect Instagram feed or keeping up with every new social fad. This freedom allows them to focus on what really matters to them, rather than wasting time and energy on trying to impress others. Their authenticity is their superpower. When they do speak or take action, it's genuine and impactful because it comes from a place of true conviction. People can sense that they're the real deal, and that kind of honesty is refreshing. Sigma females aren't putting on a show, they're living their lives according to their own rules, and that kind of integrity is magnetic. Operating in the shadows also means they can experiment and make mistakes without a public audience ready to pounce. They can learn and grow in their own time, without the fear of judgment. This not only makes them more resilient, but also more innovative. They're not afraid to try new things because they're not worried about how it'll look to others. In a world full of fakes and phonies, Sigma females stand out by not standing out. Their authenticity speaks volumes, and they don't need to shout to be heard. They're proof that you can be influential without being in the spotlight, and that being true to yourself is the ultimate power move. Number 10. Unseen but unstoppable influence. Sigma females have this uncanny ability to wield unseen but unstoppable influence. They don't need to be front and center to make things happen. They're like the puppet masters behind the curtain, pulling the strings with precision and finesse. They prefer to let others bask in the glory while they quietly steer the ship from the background. This behind-the-scenes approach means they can get stuff done without the constant distractions and pressures that come with being in the spotlight. They aren't swamped by public opinion or endless scrutiny, so they can focus on what really matters. It's like having a superpower that nobody else can see. One minute everything's normal, and the next, things are happening exactly as they planned, all without anyone realizing who's responsible. Their influence is subtle yet powerful. They build networks, forge alliances, and create opportunities with a level of finesse that's hard to spot unless you're really paying attention. They know how to plant ideas and let them grow, guiding conversations and decisions without ever appearing to be in control. It's like they're playing a game of chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. They also have the luxury of making moves without the added pressure of public failure. If something doesn't go as planned, no one's pointing fingers at them because, well, no one knows they're the ones behind it. This freedom allows them to take risks and innovate in ways that others might shy away from. They learn from their mistakes without the burden of public scrutiny, making them even more formidable in their quiet influence. So while others are busy making noise and seeking attention, Sigma females are quietly shaping the world around them. They don't need applause or recognition. Their satisfaction comes from knowing they're making a real difference. Their unseen influence is a testament to their intelligence and strategic thinking, proving that sometimes the most powerful people are the ones you never see coming.